Hello! Today we're talking about the parallel line tester kit. That's just these two pink pieces right in the center of the table, and everything else is going to use to demonstrate how you would use this kit in your classroom. First thing you need to do is break off the supports that'll be along the bottom of this piece. You just use pliers to do that, it's very easy. And then, to assemble it, you take this piece and you slide it in upside down and slide it along like that, so that the two edges are completely flush. And voila, it's assembled. Now you're ready to test a variety of objects for whether or not two sides of that object are parallel. If you're doing two-dimensional objects, you can keep the object right on the table and flip this over so that the two moving bars are on the table as well. So to test it, you simply slide and see from the top if it's touching both edges. In this case, this set of lines is parallel. If you're working with a small three-dimensional object, you can do the same sort of thing. You just set it between the two bars, squish them together, and see if it's flush against the two sides. Now, if you have a larger three-dimensional object, such as this box here, that you want to test if these two sides are parallel, it's not going to fit. So what you do is simply flip it back over, and you can now rest it on the crossbars. So now, slide it in, you can see that they're parallel. So all of the examples I've given thus far of lines that are actually parallel. But you can use it to test lines that aren't as well. So if I test this piece, and I want to check this line with one of the ones on the opposite side, I slide it in, and I can see that since it does not create a flush line with the other crossbar, it is not a parallel set of lines. So whatever shapes you're using, whether you're testing with large three-dimensional shapes or smaller two-dimensional shapes, this kit is perfect for testing whether any two set of lines up to 7 centimeters apart are parallel. So this kit pairs great with a lot of our other kits. You can use it with our basic shapes kits, the polygons kits, the quadrilaterals kits, and go in and test any number of two or three-dimensional shapes. You can also integrate with our volume and area sets, or even with the geometry sticks kits, where the students are actually creating and building their own shapes. You can then, based on what shape they create, go in and actually test to see if the shape they created has parallel lines. You can also verify with a parallelogram that moves around that no matter how I move these two lines will always be parallel. So now, when I slide these two lines together, the parallel line tester can adjust with it. So no matter how I move this around, I am seeing that the lines are in fact parallel. Very simple tool, but very useful for students to interact with and see parallel lines in action in the real world. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.